Howdy folks, my name is Richie aka Otter, and welcome to my WildStar add-on spotlight video. Today we're going to be looking at 3 different add-ons and I'm going to demonstrate how to use them. These are ones that I have found very useful, especially while leveling up and in the early parts of this launch. The first I'm going to go over is a very simple add-on. It's called JunkIt. And I'll look over here, I'll show you my add-ons page. You can get these, I'll put the links in the descriptions below on how to get these add-ons. So JunkIt is right here. It says the author is Cineloid, and what this basically does is allows you to have a sell junk button when you go to vendors. That's just a feature that is not in the default vendor page, and you get loaded with all kinds of stuff. For example, like these broken Macari gears and stuff like that while you're just out and questing. So now you get this button on the top, and it's called Sell Junk, and I can hit that, and it tells you what you sold right here, transaction approved, and now I should not have any more junk in my trunk here. So all of those are gone. It just speeds up the vendor transaction a whole lot, and it's just something I can't live without now. So that is the first add-on. The second add-on I want to show you guys is something called Amp Finder. And if you go to the add-on list here, you can see Amp Finder. Author is Tommy or Tomi. And what this does is it changes your amp window a little bit. So if you hit B for, I call it abilities, B for abilities, or your action builder, you go over to your amps, and now you have this screen, which you're probably familiar with as you're going through. But you have all these locked amps, and you don't know where to get them. Well, now guess what? You can highlight over these amps, and the tooltip is now updated, and it tells you whether the amp is locked and where it can be obtained. This one says can be obtained from Zephix and Pale Rock Post, White Veil. It even gives you the coordinates, and it's just a great way to help you discover where to unlock some of these, because some of the more powerful amps are definitely the ones that you actually have to find in the world. And I don't know if if you're like me, you're already talking with your friends and you're trading back and forth as you find them around the world. For example, I got this one as a drop here. This is a medic, so I'm keeping it in my inventory in case any of my guild mates that are a medic. So there's this whole transaction thing that goes on. Some people are selling them on the auction house or the trading post. I actually sold a couple for big amounts of gold. Well, not big amounts, but like 4 gold on the day 2, and that was pretty cool. But in general, it's just great to have an idea of where you can get these things, because otherwise you're just kind of running around aimlessly. And if there's one in particular that you want, now you can actually go find it. So Amp Finder is a great add-on for helping you situate yourself with your amps. The last and final add-on that I want to go over today is called CustomFoV. Now, I don't know if you've realized this, but the default FOV, this is your field of view in the game, is set to 50. And that's pretty low. And what that does is it's not your zoom factor, because you can see I can zoom out quite a bit. A lot of people mistake FOV and zoom. But I'm going to just show you how this works so you can kind of see a comparison here. Let me go someplace where you can see a lot of landscape here. Actually, it might be better to have some buildings in view. That way you can compare. All right, so right now you can see this big radar thing up there, and I can even zoom all the way out. All right, let's go in here and take a look at the add-on. It's called CustomFoV, and it's by the OTG add-on crew. All right, so to activate this, you're going to type in /set FOV, and that'll bring up this little window. You can see my default is set to 50, so this is how it looks like for everybody. And if I could slide this up and down, and you can see what this will change. So let's for example, let's go up to 70, and I'll hit apply change. Now watch what I'm allowed to see on the screen, both the sides and on top, when I hit this. Okay, so you can see I was zoomed out all the way, and it still just affects what I can see around me on the sides and up and down. So 70 is more comfortable for me. What this basically allows you to do is, you can change all the way up to 150. What determines the perfect FOV for you? Well, it's kind of a complicated formula, but it involves your screen size and how far away you are from your screen. That's going to determine your comfort level. It's probably best to just play around with it until it feels right for you. But you know, people have reported that they get headaches in playing this game, or they get a little bit of motion sickness. Setting the FOV can actually reduce the strain of those things and makes it less fatiguing to actually watch. So play around with this. I mean, if I go all the way up to here, this is probably too much, but you know, you got to get the idea. There is some distortion there when it goes a little too far. You know, it kind of gives like a little fisheye, or you know, just I don't know, it bends the landscape a bit. So that's probably too much, but I find around 70 is pretty good for me. But play around with this, and it will change the way the game feels. And it's I can't recommend it any higher. 50 FOV was not comfortable for me, and it might not be for you as well. So that is it, guys. Let me know if you have any questions about these add-ons in the comments below. I'll try to answer them. And if you have any add-ons that you'd like me to spotlight in a future video, let me know in the comments below, and maybe I'll pick it for a future episode. I hope this helps. If it did, hit that like, favorite, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And I hope everybody has a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.